Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. You know who said that? Thomas Jefferson. Well, it's also been attributed to Benjamin Franklin. Either way, the founding fathers were trying to make procrastinators feel a bit more guilty than they already do. But Stanford University philosophy professor John Perry has a different view. He's the author of The Art of Procrastination, a guide to effective dawdling, lollygagging, and postponing. So we want to waste no time and say good morning to you. Thanks so much for being with us.
Well, thanks for having me, Rebecca. I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you. Why do we procrastinate?
Well, not everyone procrastinates, but those of us who do, probably some deep psychological reason. Maybe it's a control issue, but there's a lot of us, and we do procrastinate. And that is to say, we don't do the thing that we know we actually should, all things considered, be doing. We often do something else instead.
We mentioned Thomas Jefferson. He was a procrastinator. So was Socrates, Jane Austen. What do they all have in common?
Well, I think what they all had in common is they're very creative people. I think procrastinators have a bad name. If you look in the popular press, you'll see that drive ourselves to drink, drive our spouses to drink. We're non-productive. We probably responsible for the recession and maybe pestilence, war, and disease on a grand scale. But actually, I think if you went through history and you took out everything that someone had done while they should have been doing something else, every invention, every work of art, every poem, every novel, probably wouldn't be much left.
So without procrastination, we might not have the Mona Lisa, is what you're saying?
I'm sure that whatever he was told to do that morning, it wasn't paint the Mona Lisa. Or whoever invented the wheel. His mother didn't say, go invent the wheel. He said, drag that thing across the thing.
So you're saying there are benefits to procrastination?
I don't want to deny that it's a flaw, and it can be very irritating to non-procrastinating coworkers. Now, you guys are both made it in a very non-procrastinating industry. In my business, if I'm 3 minutes late to give a lecture, everybody's relieved because most of the students were 2 minutes late. In your business, 3 seconds late and you're in trouble.
Yeah.
More advertising revenue. Just kidding.
Yeah. So sometimes it's not an advantage to be a procrastinator, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't get around to making those reservations on the Carnival cruise, because now I'm going to get them at a discount. You know?
Right. What is the art, though? What is the way to procrastinate and do it well?
Well, structured procrastination, that's my term. That's people who do one thing as a way of not doing something else. And that's different than just laziness. If you just lie on a couch watching TV when you should be grading papers, you're just lazy. But that's not what I do. When I'm supposed to be grading papers, I start a new article or clean the garage or do lots of interesting, useful things. Maybe not quite as good as what I should be doing, but I still get a lot done. So structured procrastination, according to me, that's the key to be a procrastinator but still be a productive human being.
You say that procrastination can actually encourage productive subconscious thought.
I say that. All procrastinators say that. It's a great thing to believe you're a procrastinator. When you're putting stuff off, you're really thinking about it in the back of your head, then it comes out better. I have psychologist friends who are pretty skeptical. They can't seem to find this effect in the lab. But I say, who cares what they say?
It can become an obsession, though, on the downside of it.
Yeah, I mean, lots of procrastinators have problems. I have some hints in the book about how to avoid the worst problems. The key is what I call self-manipulation. That is, take an alarm clock. The self that goes to bed doesn't wants the self in the morning to get out of bed. The self in the morning doesn't want to get out of bed. So you have to manipulate that morning self. You have to manipulate yourself the same way you manipulate your children and your spouse.
I can't even put this off any longer, John Perry. Got to say goodbye. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
It was great chatting.